Hello everyone. I hope that you can see that. It says Vintage Art Treasuries. Anyway, it's a little card that I've been using in my pocket letters. So I wanted to show you all my pocket letters that I've made for Pam, the one and only Gran. I made her 4. It was kind of like I couldn't stop once I made it. And then I made her mother one, which I've already videoed and put it on YouTube, so y'all have seen it. And this one here is the 4th of July, which she will get it before the 4th. Her birthday is the 6th of July. And I made a little ribbon dangle here and used a little card that has our Pledge of Allegiance in it, and also has that, I added my little tag in there that I made. And these are all made out of vintage pictures. She could take them out and make them into tags if she wants to. They're really cute. And this is my first little shaker card. I didn't do it exactly right, but it works. And she can also remove that, take it out. She can just use this pocket letter again if she wants to. And this one here is a picture of the flag that actually flew at my house before I moved here. It was just so neat. I enjoyed taking pictures of that flag that day. It was at a still, and it just laid down on the pole. I've had it at full flying, and I've had it just whipping in the wind, and I've taken pictures of it with the sunset, stormy clouds. That faced the west, so the sunsets there were absolutely beautiful, and I thoroughly enjoyed that flagpole. I had to change the flag many times. I'm getting a glare, and I don't know whether y'all are getting it or not. But anyway, these pocket letters are very good for glares. All right. The back, I made these little round gathered. It's ribbon, is what it's a thick ribbon. It's nearly like material. But anyway, it's a vintage ribbon that I've had for years and years, so it's vintage. And I like using it when I'm doing the patriotic look. So anyway, and I added 2 little playing type cards here that are like the flag. And then here's a little silhouette with a little boy carrying a flag, another vintage look. And then this little flag back behind, "In God We Trust," is something she can use in her miniatures if she'd like. It actually can hang on a pole. I found it in some of my supplies, and I've had it a long time, so Pam's getting some things that I had stored, so I just fixed her a box full of different things. Maybe she can use some of them in her miniatures, or just playing with them, or giving them to somebody else, whatever she wants to do. And then this little flag here is also, I've had it forever, and I had a whole bag of these one time, and they're on toothpicks, and it's even kind of faded because I've had it for years, and I've used them a lot in my anything I do with the patriotic look. So anyway, that's that one. And then I made this one. It's the vintage treasures, I guess you say when you say it. It's kind of some of the same stuff I used in her mother, but anyway, I like the old house dresses. This one right here was $1.98, and this one was $2.77. And I thought of Pam when I saw the red and black, so that's the reason she got that one. I think that came out of like a Sears and Roebuck catalog, or some catalog that was selling house dresses back when my mother. When I was young, my mother wore house dresses all the time, and it was neat. She'd put those on in the morning, and then take them out, and she would change and get dressed up for Dad when he'd come home from work. And this says an old-fashioned hello. This little tag here is another little tag made out of like a pattern. cute. And then I fixed a dangle up, but I didn't make the dangle. I bought I looked for these necklaces. They're new, and they're at the Goodwill. I find these necklaces for real cheap, and I think they have them on a rack that they're brand new. Were quite expensive, but they have them real cheap there at my Goodwill anyway. And they're fixed up just like the dangles. And out of this necklace, I think I got about 4 of them. So I got them for less than $1 a piece. So I think that is, well, no, it'd been less than that. If there was 4, it was been 50 cents a piece. So I couldn't have bought all the jewels and, all the beads and stuff to have done that. So check it out, girls, and see if you can find something like that. It's kind of neat. I have several things that I'm been taking apart that are like that. I'm always looking and seeing what I can find. This is an old mason jar with I have a little set of these. I think I got them off of Pinterest. And also that's that typewriter with stuck in the side in that middle pocket. And then an old pattern look. And this, I love this. I use these quite a bit. And this right here is my favorite, 2 little ladies, because it takes me back to when my oldest son was little, and I used to dress up like that to take him to church. And we ladies always wore hats and gloves and purses, and I think about how we slung that diaper bag on her shoulder and off we went with our baby to go to church. We didn't have all that extra. Thank goodness we didn't have to put them in car seats. That's a new thing, but I know it saves lives, so as fast as everybody's going. Anyway, there's an old iron. I think I had that on her mother, and then a set of old sewing scissors on the back. It's got some charms and some beads and some bling. Bling, not beads is in it, but something she can use. And this came off of one of those bracelets. My daughter gave me a bunch of stuff, and there is a little flower that I can't think of her name, but anyway, I buy stuff from her, and she sent me that as a gift, and thank you. I'll try to remember it and say thank you. It's the one I buy the wedding, some of her wedding appliques from. Anyway, and there's another one of those, this is really getting glare, but I guess it's showing okay. Anyway, this right here is another one of those pieces that came off that bracelet. Not this one, but she just gave me gobs of those bracelets, and I just took them apart, and they got so many pretty things on them, and I'm so happy over them because they're just perfect for adding to different things. And this I bought off of eBay. And this is an old card with, actually, I found it in an old sewing box. And I put some little hearts down at the bottom. And then some more antique, not antique, but vintage buttons. Vintage buttons there. And that's another one of those cards I bought off of eBay one time. I thought these were cute. And in these pocket letters, I'll show y'all. I bought these sleeves one time. And I know some of y'all have them, but everything always falls out of these pocket letters. And so I decided to, I wanted it to be clear, and I had some of those different kind of little sacks and packages, glassine bags, and that would have fit down in here, but you couldn't see the items. So I got to thinking about it, and I said, you know what? I think those little sleeves would work. And so I just folded them over. Didn't glue them down or nothing, and they seemed to be working. Now, something fell out that I didn't have in the sleeve, so it wasn't because when I turned it over, and I'm going to pick it up, it's a heart. But anyway, thought y'all would like that. And they're not, I think these were like real cheap, but they're just clear plastic, see? Sure, a lot of y'all have them. And I bought it from youratcstore.com, and I like going to that store sometimes, and it has mostly things that are for ATCs, and I know a lot of y'all that probably used it. And then this one right here, better hurry up, we're getting into time. All right, this one here was made, it's a, I'll show the front, it's what I thought Pam would really like, and I made a streamer, and I love this color. One of my favorite colors is turquoise, and so it's vintage pictures of different old-time weddings, and don't know where I got all of them. Some of them I've had on programs, and some of them I might have got off the internet, off of Pinterest. But this says forever. This one says you light up my life, and love birds. I think these are such cute pictures. Anyway, and that one right there, I put it on a paper doily. I thought it turned out pretty. And this, I kind of set it up like it's got lace, and I fixed it up like the wedding, the bouquet. I'll get it right in a minute. And this is another one that I got off the internet, picture, and I thought it was pretty too, so I used it. And this right around it is something came in that one time, and I saved it, and I like it because it has that netting look, so it's pretty. And on the back, I added laces to go with the wedding, and these little paper clips, I think they're neat because they just are kind of cute, and they kind of hold that down shut. And then I put a little doily. There's that typewriter. I think I told you that already. And a real pretty one of those rosettes. And this one's made out of more material instead of the tulle. And then I put some little bit of this is tattered tatting, and some pearls that she can use. And there's some of those flowers and some beads and some more beads. Okay, I really like this, and this is going to be covered up with this, which makes it some scrapbook paper that I bought, and I'm going to tie a bow around it with that turquoise. And then I'm going to have this as the tag, especially for you. I hope Pam likes these. I guess I'll find out. Anyway, and she liked this that I made up one time for Gail, and she saw it, and so these are some too. These are ATC. I got these at that store, and they were just little books of. I thought they were going to be something different when I bought them, but they're kind of cute. They got a lot of sayings on them. This one says "Bad Hair Day," as you can tell, and this one says "Excuse me for living," and this one is she's saying, "Is this straight?" Look at that big old. I laugh. Whenever I look at them and read them, they're funny. They just make you kind of giggle. And the back, kind of the same thing. It's different ones with sayings on the bottoms and such. And then I used a chain that I had taken off of a bracelet and a tag. It's real heavy chipboard. It's made like a jar. I think these are so cute. I just enjoyed, I told Pam, I really had a blast making the pocket letters. I thought I would not, and but they're real tedious. They're kind of hard to do because you got to go from front to back, and that's what I didn't like about it. It's kind of, the slits were, I just didn't like it how you had to put it in, then turn it over and put it in. I was always, things was falling out. That's why I came up with those sleeves. I seem to have a kind of a hoarse throat today, but not that I have any sore throat. Sometimes I'm like that. Anyway, I don't think I've showed y'all the hat pin. I fixed her a hat pin. I think she'll like that. I think it's pretty. She can use it in some of her new pin cushions that she's got. I know she's got several that she showed, especially that sewing machine, but I think that'll be pretty on one of them. And then this flower, I don't think I showed it to you. I made this flower up for her, and I added this little plume. Plume, I guess that's how you call it. It's a feather, and it's got pearls, and a little doily and a little ribbon rosette flower. And this material is real soft. I just love this material. Alright, and then this is what I really made her for her birthday. I'm getting requests for my spools now. People are liking them, and I have a lot of them, so I'm having fun doing them again. Anyway, I went out into my storage building, and I hope I've got a black spool, and sure enough I found one. So I used the red crocheted. I had that, and the ribbon rose, an old red vintage button, and it says, "Be happy." Okay, Pam, be happy. Be happy. Yeah, I always say that. Be happy. And I loved the saying of, "Are we having fun yet?" My husband used to do me that way whenever he'd come home, because I always want to keep the grandkids. When we first got grandkids long years ago, I mean, this is when I was in my 40s, and he'd get the biggest laugh. I'd be so excited because I was getting to keep the grandkids for a week, and he'd come home for lunch, and I'd still be not dressed, and my hair would be uncombed, and they'd be playing. The house would be a mess. And he said, "Are we having fun yet?" I still think of that. Are we having fun yet? And that's the way I always think of it. But anyway, be happy. Anyway, there's an old vintage button. There's a bobbin, an old vintage bobbin. And these little bears are not cloth. They're resin. And I got one of them sitting up on this old-timey spool of thread. I found a red spool of thread. Nay, Pam. And that was black there, too. And then this friend, Pam actually sent me that in something that she sent me, and I'm giving it back to her. I can't even see it doesn't come out very good. Well, maybe it did then. Anyway, I put on some not ribbon roses, but some roses. And let's see, this is a little doily, like doily. And on the back, and I've got lace, red lace. And on the back it says, "Friendships are priceless." True. That is so true. I am so thankful I have met so many beautiful people on YouTube, and Pam is one of them. I treasure her, and she calls me Granny, and I think it's special that she calls me Granny, and I love it, and I love Pam, and I'm thankful that I'm able to participate into her challenge. I wish I could participate in everybody's, but it's not, at my age, it's just not easy to do everything I want to do. Anyway, and I want to still go and do things, so I don't always stay home. All right, and y'all stay safe in Jesus, and I will be back. And I hope y'all have a good week, and everything goes great. All right, bye-bye.